Life always teaches us something. And that's how we say life is all about stories. Because we always learn from our stories. Be it in our childhood, where our grandparents, they gave us some stories, and still those stories are in our minds, in our hearts, and we still learn from those stories. But real life stories are something which inspire us, which motivate us, but not only alone us, they motivate others also. There are so many people with their stories, we got inspired and we got a different view of our life. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Alok Joshi, the student of public speaking and human behavior. And I welcome you all to this brand new show called Stories and Inspiration with Alok Joshi. I already have the other shows, but this show has intrigued me a lot because we all have these stories. And with these stories, we got inspired through others. With our stories only, people are getting inspired, and we learned a lot of lessons from our life stories only. And I'm happy that in this maiden show of stories and influence with Alok Joshi, I have a very good guest, very good friend of mine, Miss Sunanda Jati. Miss Sunanda Jati is an educator, and being an educator, she has lots of stories. But as we are devoting this show to one particular story of life, which has taught a lot to us, so let us jump ahead and learn from Miss Sunanda Jati only. Miss Sunanda Jati, I welcome you to this show, Stories and Influence with Alok Joshi.
Thank you, Alokji. It's a nice opportunity to be with you because I always do love when you say something or do something. It is always very innovative and creative. So, very nice gesture to start with me, a backbencher.
As I said, you are an educator, like
Yeah.
because and educators are the people who always inspire somebody. Because I also still remember many of my childhood teachers. I still have the memories of them, and some are very prominent, whom I inspired a lot with. And that's why I say educators are at the top of this society structure, this social structure, because they teach a lot and we get inspired by them throughout our life. So you,
Here,
yeah,
yeah. Here I would like to say we can't teach anyone, Alokji. Only we can inspire them to learn
yeah,
because nothing can be taught to anyone. Supatra. When we say Supatra,
right,
the person in front of you should have that ability to take that. So, being a teacher, you can't teach anyone. So,
right,
Abdul Kalam had said, when a teacher enters to a class, the students, if he is good, if he is better, then he can learn from any one of the teacher. Whether teacher is good or bad, that hardly matters.
right,
Then who does matter? That the student. So
student,
when student does matter, then where our role is, how we are able to teach. If we are able to teach, then why all the students are not getting good percentage in the class?
right.
So it solely depend on students how they are taking us. Our responsibility is to make them inspire. If
Okay.
we are such, then we think we can be a teacher. Otherwise, we should opt for other jobs.
And that's the sign of being an educator. The way you have elaborated each and everything, that is the real sign of an educator. So,
Thank
Sunandaji,
you.
you before we had this show, you were telling me about one story, one particular incident, which taught you a lot, which taught you to be more confident on yourself, to believe more in whatever you are, in your own being. So, can we have the that particular incident, that particular story of yours?
Yeah, definitely. Till date, it was very, I mean, unseen part of my life. I had never shared it with anyone, not even with my family, because they will be broken. So I was for 12 years in teachers training college in Firozabad. The capacity of the college when I left that, it was around 300 in B.Ed, 50 students in M.Ed, and CT and NTT, around 400, 500 students in B.Ed department only. And rest of the college, it is from play to higher education, post graduation. Around 3 to 4,000 students is the strength of that college. That was a 40 years old college, and that was my first job. After qualifying NET, that was my first job. For 12 years, it was very smooth, because I do believe in principle, I do believe in giving. So without listening to anybody, I was giving, I was teaching. And 300 students, hardly I used to get three sections. In each section, there were 50 students. But I was thinking that I was a very good teacher in educational technology. So I used to jump to other classes when any teacher was absent. And that is in the ignorance of my director, because he never liked that Sunanda should interview in other classes. But I was thinking that why a child should be deprived of my knowledge. I was thinking I'm very good in educational technology, because for 12 years I taught educational technology only. Because my friends were asking me, why you are not changing the subject? I was telling them, why should I change the subject? Because every time I go through each and every word, I find a different meaning. And each passing year, I am able to internalize the word and the meaning. And I am incorporating my life experiences to it. So it is getting more involvement, and it is getting more interesting for me. Though people call this educational technology is a dry subject, for me it is a very beautiful and nice wet subject. So very nicely it was explained. It was 300 only. So that year, management, what they did, instead of getting the students, because there is a common entrance system, government used to give the students to the colleges. So instead of getting those 300 students, because it was getting late, so management did took 300 students by themselves, management students. So after that, again they got the 300 students from the university through the government. So there were 600 students. But fine, when you did something wrong, but you have to balance both, because kids are always kids. But they did partiality. All the good teachers like us, we were sent to the management students, those who are poor in education, those who had given theft money to the institution, but they did neglect the students, those who are talented, very genuine, and they did qualified for the post and the seat, and they came. So I used to teach them also. I was not, I was assigned to teach the management students, but I was going for those students as well. So there was a, inner current between the teachers in the management, that when we are denying to Sunanda to go for those students, still she is going. And when I was going through that phase, I found that their life is at stake, because only 300 students will get the certificate of B.Ed and rest won't get. So what is the fault of those students? It was the fault of the management. So I was with them. So I said the students, you should fight for your cause, because they were girls only, because that was a women's college. So I said, you have to fight for yourself. No one will stand, because when you are not fighting for yourself, no one will fight for you. I am there, you go ahead. Whatever help you need, I will help you. I had friends who are lawyers in Odisha. So I talked to them, then they filed in a high court, first lower court, then high court. It went on. By course of time, management came to know that behind everything, Sunanda is there. So my patron, he was very old, so he is having two daughters, and they were in one is in London and was in America. So they came and they called all the teachers, and they said that as this is going on and we can't afford to have some teachers in the institution, And those who are not doing good, I think they should give resignation and they should leave the institution. So I was thinking that I'm I'm a very good teacher, so I must not be there. But after interaction towards the end, suddenly they looked at me and they said, Sunanda ji, don't you think that you should give resignation? I said, why for? Now, you are not good to the students, you scold them, and your language is very rough. I said, if scolding a student for her betterment, it is rough, then yes, I am. I'm rough because I always wanted them to be at their best, because I can't say the examiner to give marks to my students as the teachers are begging here for the students. I always try to make my students that tough, that strong, and that capable that examiner will give them marks. So they said, but the another thing we heard that you are helping the students to go to court. I said, what's harm in that? If they are fighting for a cause and I find it genuine, then being a teacher, it is my moral responsibility to be with them. Then you are not with the management. I said, I'm with the management, of course, because whatever management is doing, if I am supporting for a wrong cause, how can I support the management? In a long run, the reputation of the institution will be at stake. Then they said, so I think our mindset is not matching. So uh, our father wanted that you should give resignation. I said, why should I give resignation? If you don't feel me that I'm suitable for your institution, then you should sack me. Then they said, no, you are a very good teacher. For 12 years you are here, so we can't sack you. I said, how could be? When you are saying that I'm a rough teacher, I'm with the students, so definitely I'm with your frame I'm not fitting, na? So it is better that you should sack me. I can't give resignation because I have not done anything wrong. Then they stared at me. Then I said, one thing, ma'am, if I'm here from Odisha because of my capability, nothing has, I mean, pull me here that with your mercy or something, someone else mercy. If I will, of course, I should not say this, but I said, where I will stand, from their line will start. Then it made them more angry, and they said, okay, fine, if you can make your own line, so you must leave the institution and you can start where you want. I said, fine. Then my students, my
So
parents,
actually, you actually challenged the tiger in its own den,
yeah,
right?
actually I never thought they were the tigers, because tigers, they hunt for themselves, but they were, I think, something else. I don't know in which category I will categorize
Okay.
them. So I left that institution, and I said, my parents said, why you are leaving the job? I said, actually my PhD was going on at that time. I said, already 7 8 years it was continuing, and how much I will procrastinate my PhD, because only 1 year in my hand, I have to finish it by any means. By involving in college and students career, I neglected my career as well as my PhD. So I should go for this. My father was very convinced, because he's very simple and he believes me like anything. So he thought for PhD he is leaving the job, because no one will want that such a established job for 12 years someone should leave. I was quite apprehensive what I will do when I will go back to Odisha, because in Odisha at that time government job was not available. In higher education there is no private jobs as in other states it's available. So I thought I will see, because I never think of much of future. What comes in front of me, I do accept as it is. So I did accept that challenge and I came back to Odisha. And from that day onwards, I never applied for any job. So these are the schools, three schools I have changed. Management is going my home and they are taking me to their institution. And the present institution where since 5 years I'm here. Before that, just when I was supposed to join here, I got a job of university where I was a student, GM State University. At that time, it was a college. but I choose to be here. But my parents were unhappy. My brothers, they were also unhappy that everyone is longing for a university job, and you are leaving university job, and you are going for a private CBSE school. I said already 12 years I have given to an educational, higher educational institution to prepare the teachers, but I don't know what they are doing in their real life. But this is the real practical laboratory, the school, where I have all the experience I can utilize for my children, and I can make a difference in their life. So instead of going for university job, I came for a school job, and honestly, I'm enjoying with my children.
It's basically it takes a lot of grit and courage to call somebody's bluff, and you did that. So were you not afraid of doing all those things just because a career was also involved? Like when you are in the initial phase of career, even 12 years, that's okay. In 12 years, like we are in the mid phase of our career. 12 years, then we complete 20 years, 25 years. So 12 years is sufficiently good amount to call yourself that you are established in that
So
particular
true.
school
So
or institution. So did you not fear any time that whatever you were doing that could say backfire you?
actually, Alokji, if I'll say I was not feared from within, that it would be a lie. But yeah, as I have already told you, I don't know how it is. I am in one. I'm very either in 100% or sorry, there was a call. Actually, Alokji, if I'll say that I was not afraid of while I was losing my job, it will be a lie. But by birth, I don't know what type of child I am. Either I am 100% or I am zero. When I was scared, 100%. But when I decided, and in front of them, I told where I will stand. From there, the line will start. I don't know from where. I never see movies, but from where I got that line, I don't know. But that made me very, I mean, confident from within. And my mother says always one thing: if you have not done anything wrong, nothing wrong will happen. And if you are good, and if you are doing good to others, then definitely what is happening, that is for good. For a second, for a fraction of time, I thought, what good in that? While I gave my sweat and blood to this institution and for the upliftment of this institution, even now also, if you'll go and you'll ask Sunanda Jati Educational Technology, even in Firozabad, the people know me by name. So that after getting that name and fame, if you are sacked from the institution, definitely you will be broken from within, but very quickly I gained up because my family was with me. Then I didn't share with my family parents specially, but in gradually I did share with my two brothers. They are just friend to me. They are 6 7 years younger to me, but they are more mature to me. Then my brother said, don't worry, girls are doing nothing and families are taking care, and you are a jewel, and we can take care of anything. And you will take little bit time to again revive. So my brother, before leaving that job, it was happened in August. In July, around, my younger brother called me and they said, Didi, I had been to an watch shop, one management of Guru Nanak Public School. They were there and they're talking about they need a principal. Would you like to join? I said, school education. No, 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 no. After 12 years of higher education, I don't want to go for school education. Small kids, how can I handle them? Then he said, okay, fine. But after again, some days again, he called me. I had a talk with them and they really want to meet you. I said, in August, I'm coming back. So after that, we can meet. August, I did return, and in September, I did meet them. So I was thinking that in March, they will make me join in their institution. But instantly, they told me that from October, after the vacation, you can join in November. I said, what for? Now, there is corruption in examination pattern in the school, because that was a very big school, again 40 years of old school, and teachers were giving question paper to the students before the examination. So they wanted me that as a teacher educator, they wanted me to take that, because principal was at the time, she was supposed to retire. So they said that for 3-4 months you be acquainted with the institution and please take up this job. And one beautiful thing I want to share, this school, when I was a graduate student, I had gone there for an interview with some of my seniors, and I was in final year of BSc, and I didn't know what is needed for a teachership. At that time, I had not done completion my BSc, and I had no BEd degree, etc., etc., because I had no idea about that. And all the seniors, they went inside one by one for the interview, and I was the only one who left behind 3 kilometers, because their first gate is 3 kilometers behind. So I left there alone and not to be allowed inside for an interview because I had no certificate. So when my bro told me that this is the institution where you had gone while you were in graduation and they didn't allow you, there they are calling you for the principalship. So very happily I did accept, though I was not interested for schooling. And after that, it is everything went on fine, and I am the principal of third school, and I'm really enjoying. But another beautiful thing I want to share with you, just during this pandemic, I got a call from finance department of Daudal Mahila PG College, that they invited me as the speaker for panel person, resource person for art integrated education, which is now CBSE is doing for the students.
Right.
So when I saw my name with all the names, and those two sisters were there, so I thought how beautiful journey it is. The sisters who had sacked me from the institution, though it was virtual meeting, but they did welcome me with so many beautiful words. They might have forgotten me because they are big people. So after my presentation, they said what a good presentation it was. One of the presentation beyond our imagination. We had never thought of or never heard of art integrated education. So that was the time I was thinking that I should say that, ma'am, I was an employee of your institution, but I said no, never go for what was bad for you. Always be good and accept that goodness. What my mom had said, when you are doing good to others, automatically everything good will happen, and that is happening with me. So I think we should give positivity towards the world, so that it will be boomerang and everything positive will come back to us. It is my life experience.
It's really wonderful to know, because from where you were sacked, the same management invited you, right, for giving the presentation. So, means as you, when it takes a courage to accept that yes, you were fearful. Initially, you were fearful, and then because of the upbringing of your mother of yours, then you were reminded of each and every good lessons that you got from your mother. And also then after that, you said you never applied to any of the institutes because of your own thought process, and then you became the principal where you were not allowed to even enter for earlier for that post. So how do you connect all those dots? Means what particular trait, or out of that story, what you want to take as a gist, that
Actually,
what you achieved out of it?
very beautiful question, Alokji, you did put. Actually, we have to do nothing. We have to do nothing in our life. We try very hard first that we want this, we want that, and we want to do this, we want to do that. Do nothing. Only thing, what is in front of you, give 100, more than 100%. That is the only thing you can achieve in your life. My mother used to say me, because I'm, I never think of anything. My mother sometimes they get worried because I have three brothers and sisters, all are married, And when they're married in our society, we tell that they're settled. Whether they're settled or not, that hardly matters. They're settled. So in their language, I'm not settled. So my mother used to tell me that what type of girl you are, why you are not thinking about yourself. I said, Ma, as you say always, that God, because I'm not, I won't say that I'm Nastic, but I don't believe in rituals. I don't believe in puja. I do believe I'm on my father only. He always to say that you go for your karma. Karma is the paramount importance in our life. And education, what they have given me. They never tell me that you are a girl child and you must not go for this much higher education. Whenever I wanted to learn, my father allowed me to learn. Whenever I said I will do this course, they tell me go for this. All the freedom what a boy should get in our society, what I think in our days, every freedom, everything I got. So that helped me to grow as an independent child. I was never dependent upon any other, and I learned from my father, karma is everything, nothing other than karma. So I used to tell my mom, if you are saying God does everything, then why to worry? And if I will go for Papa, who says karma is everything and I am doing right karma, then why should I worry? Then in which sense I should worry? My thing is to only focus on what is in front of me. And what is in front of me, I never try to change according to my perception or according to my wish or in my own way. Rather, I do accept that the way it is coming, may it be sometimes good or may it be sometimes bad, but I never try to change it. I accept it as it is, but always my principle was and still it is, what is in front of you, give 100% so that everything will be positive for you.
And because you have been following, even after that incident, you have been following the same principle in your life. So I think each and everything will happen just positive for you, whether it is presented as positive or negative, but you will make it positive. That I can take the takeaway from your this story, particular story, and that you are living that particular life, that particular thought in your life.
Actually, perspective changes, Alokji. When
Yes.
you say something negative, I never think in life anything is negative. There is always suggestive. If I would not have been gone for the girls, then my life could have been something else. Till that I would have been there. But because of that, the changes happened in my life. That was for betterment. I never came to know what beautiful it is to be with children. Otherwise, I was always with teacher educators for 12 years. But with children, it is something beyond imagination, beyond expectation, and beyond what happiness is really called. When every day morning I see their beautiful faces and innocent eyes, I feel like I should give everything to them. And I'm giving. I'm giving. So nothing is bad, nothing is negative in this world. What the way we are taking, that does matter. So, but the reason I stood for the girls, for my students, that was the right reason. And for that, if I did lost my job, I have no regret at all. I have no regret because I can't live a life of a coward and a selfish one. Only I should think of myself. So that is my vision, at least.
And see, living a life in bravery, it takes a lot also. You had to lose something, at least ephemerally, you have to lose something. And then it became a big lesson for you in your life. And that had made you even stronger. You came out even stronger after that incident. So after having, I just have one question from all the viewers over there. After listening to Sunanda ji's story, what do you think? Whether our own stories, whether our own experiences, they teach us a lot or not? Maybe at the time we are experiencing something, we may say that this is being negative, this is being unfair to us. Life is not doing the right things with us. But in turn, in a long run, this becomes like the beautiful anecdote of your life, that you learn a lot of things and you establish yourself as stronger and stronger in coming days. So with this story, Sunanda ji, I just want to know about the show and about this concept itself, whether we have the stories or not. or we should tell our stories to others or not?
Definitely, because many things are buried inside our heart. So when it is inside our heart, when we'll die, it will go out, as Praveen ji used to say. So it is better if our story can motivate someone, can inspire someone, because many things are happening around us. And many people are getting broken, because you might be saying how many suicidal cases in young generation are increasing, because emotional quotient they are lacking. So we have to think of our potential. We have to, first thing, we have to believe on ourselves. And I would like to suggest anyone that we should be with our family each and every moment of our life, because they are the real strength. And when you are lacking something or you are falling back, they are the person who will hold you back. So also good friends, that does matter. In my life's journey, two things are very paramount importance. One is my family and one is my friends. I have very few friends, but since my childhood till date, they are intact with me, though I am not a good friend of theirs, because I never call them, I never do anything, but they are in touch with me. They always say, even if on earth you won't find Sunanda anywhere, you will find Sunanda on Facebook. So at least they are in touch with me. They all are very sweetheart. They have always extended their support. So we should have that support system with us, friends and family. We don't need anything else in our life, honestly.
And definitely, your story also tells a lot, whatever you have spoken about. And thank you very much for sharing this story, because the stories they definitely matter, and they exude motivation and inspiration for ourselves as well as for the others even. And because when we have the story bank, the next generation is going to get that courage, glean that one particular event or that boost, that impetus that will help them to go ahead in their life. So, thank you very much for sharing your story and being on this maiden show of stories and inspiration with Alok Joshi. So,
Thank
ladies
you.
and
And
gentlemen, yeah, please.
I hope all the best to your. This is a beautiful platform, and you have started a beautiful journey. So many untold stories will be revealed here, and
Yes,
hope it will be more interesting day by day. Because with more experience, we'll go for more modification in this particular segment.
absolutely.
So wish you all the best.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. So, ladies and gentlemen, the beautiful lady in front of me, she she told a beautiful story of hers, inspiring and motivating story. Next time, we'll be having one more guest who will be sharing his or her story, which will definitely inspire us. So please be stick to the show Alok Joshi, Stories and Inspiration with Alok. Thank you very much. My name is Alok Joshi, watching you smiling over there. We'll meet again with the same smile. Thank you very much.